All right, everybody, good morning. It is Monday morning chair yoga, and we are working on the Hakini Mudra this week. I can't wait to talk about it. Join me on the chair. All right, so I was up researching. Every week, I choose one of these cards to be the guide for our yoga for the week. And I was excited about this one because this one helps us to increase our brain power, our focus, and our concentration. So I thought of you, I thought of last week when you said, the neck release was great because I've been spending so much time studying and sitting at the table and focusing and getting painful neck, painful shoulders. But what are the other things that I know I struggle with, that I know my son struggles with, which is staying focused and being able to concentrate. So this is a really great mudra, which you can have at the heart center. You can do it at the crown, as long as all of your fingers are touching your thumb and each of your fingertips. So you could have it up here. You could have it down here in front of the solar plexus. You could have it in front of the heart. You can have it in any of those locations that serves you best. But just sitting for 5 minutes a day, doing deep yogic breathing, doing this mudra can help you with all of those things. It's also got tons of other benefits. And if you want to later on, I'll send you the link of my research, or I can do it right after class because I have it up still on my computer. But it is just an amazing mudra and how it can be applied. And frankly, it feels good. Doesn't it feel good to like press all your finger pads together like this? So and what you do is you have your hands soft. So against the heart, against ajna, or against the solar plexus muscles, whatever you like the best. And so this mudra, I was going to suggest to you that, let's see. I didn't write down what the chant is, but you could say, I have the power of concentration, or I have the power of learning. You can pick whatever works for you to really help you harness, positive thinking about learning and about concentration. And before the cat makes everybody crazy, I'm gonna let her outside. Come on, Moosh. Yeah. The cats are excited because, it's been really wet and cold up here the last couple of days. And although there's snow on the ground this morning, at least it's not dripping and it's not windy. So they like to go outside any chance they can. Okay, so this morning, my plan is for us to do a little bit of meditation on the Hakini Mudra. And then we're actually going to do chair yoga beside the chair, not all in the chair. We'll do some of it in the chair, but a lot of it's going to be out of the chair today. So that's kind of fun because I went through and researched what kinds of poses really help us to focus. And we know a lot of them, but I always research anyway so that I can put together good routines all week. So I'm going to go ahead and set my phone down. And first I'm going to invite you to sit back in your chair. And instead of having our hands sitting on our legs today, I'm going to invite you to take the Hakini Mudra. And you can sit in any way you want. You can sit with them at heart center. You can sit with them, at the ajna or even down by the solar plexus. But what I really want is for you to close your eyes. And I want you to allow your shoulders to naturally fall down. And I want you to inhale and exhale. And just start to bring nourishing breath to the brain, to the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. And fully exhale. As you inhale, allow the tip of your tongue to press just behind your teeth on your gums near the roof of the mouth. And on the exhale, release the tongue. Inhale, expand the belly, placing the tongue on the roof of your mouth. And exhale, release your tongue and fully release the air. Do a couple more rounds of that. Inhale. And exhale, release the tongue and fully exhale all your air. Inhale. And fully exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale. And exhale, release your hands. Let's go ahead, move up towards the front of our chair so that our sits bones are still in firm contact with the chair. And go ahead and sit up nice and tall, allowing the crown of your head to draw up towards the ceiling. As you're sitting here, close your eyes and turn inward, drawing your attention to your third eye. And in your mind, you can choose the single syllable Om. And you can say that 7 times. Om. Om. Go ahead and rest for just a moment with your eyes closed. And if you owned, or if you merely listened, did you feel a change in the vibration of your own energies? So when we chant, that is part of what we're doing, is raising our vibrational energies, stimulating the third eye chakra. Let's go ahead, take an inhale with our hands up. And exhale our hands down. Let me turn my chair slightly so I'm better facing the camera. Here we go. Inhale our hands up. Exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. And exhale them out and down. And we're going to do a couple of forward folds across the shin or the thighs to start to get our spines warmed up. So inhale our hands up. Exhale, laying your body across your legs. Go ahead and drop your hands, drop your crown. Place your hands on your shins, draw the crown of your head forward as you bring your shoulders back and down. And then exhale, drop the crown. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your body across your legs. Drop your hands, drop your crown. Inhale into that flat spine, drawing the shoulders back and away from your ears, drawing the crown of your head forward. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that a third time. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands out and up. Exhale, swan dive over your legs. Place your hands by your feet. Drop your crown. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my chair, move my blocks off my mat. And we're going to do sun salutations using the chair. And I think I like them best when we do it with the seat of the chair instead of the back of the chair. So I'm going to move my chair actually all the way to what would be the top of the mat in my round mat. Okay, so go ahead, find your Tadasana standing right in front of your chair. Lift up your heart center, lift up the crown of your head, allow your shoulders to drop back and down. Allowing your pelvis to tilt slightly down so that your tailbone is facing the ground, drawing the crown of your head back in alignment with your shoulders, with your hips. And then find your drishti gaze. Do you remember what the drishti gaze is? That's when your eyes are kind of at half staff and you just find a fixed point and you just stare at it calmly. So that's another technique that you can use to bring your attention back into focus. You're studying for long hours. Maybe you're listening to a lecture online. Maybe you're covering a subject you don't really like that much. And you just find a fixed point in the distance. It looks like daydreaming. That's okay. But it allows you to calm your mind. And when you calm your mind, you are more open to receive. You are more open for expansion of the mind and of the learning. So you can take that drishti gaze at any time. And notice we use that gaze a lot when we are seeking to concentrate in yoga. So let's go ahead and take our hands up. And then on your exhale, go ahead and swan dive forward. Allow your sits bones to float back as you bring your forehead to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Draw the crown of your head forward, drawing your shoulders back and down. Inhale or exhale, drop your head down. And then on your exhale, drop your right foot behind you, setting up for the high lunge. If you want, you can drop your knees down on the first one and go ahead and rise your hands up. Exhale, circle your hands back to the chair, rise up. Move your left foot back to join your right and move into that modified downward facing dog, allowing a nice full body stretch, moving your tailbones, or your sits bones rather, behind you, hollowing out your armpits, drawing your heart center towards the floor. Take an inhale. Take a full exhale. Bring your right foot forward. Drop your knee. And go ahead and rise up into that lunge. Exhale, circle your hands down, tuck your left toes, and bring them forward to join the right. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, dropping your forehead towards the chair, allowing your sits bones to float up to the sky. And then on your inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. And you know what? I realize the lighting's not as good as it normally is either. I'm all discombobulated today. So let me move the lighting. And pop that on. I think that helps a little bit. Okay, actually, now, one more. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do left side. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Hands on the chair. Drop your forehead down. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Drop your knee. Rise up. Exhale, circle your hands back to the chair. Tuck your left toes. Bring your right foot back to join your left as you go into modified downward facing dog. Placing both hands firmly on the chair, drawing your sits bones back in space, hollowing out your armpits. Take an inhale. Take a full exhale. Inhale, bring your left foot forward, drop your knee. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle your hands down, tuck your toes. Bring your right foot to join your left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, down. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. That was round one. Take an inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on the chair, forehead to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your right foot back. If you want to do the low lunge, you can, or you can just join me in a high lunge. So go ahead and draw your shoulders down as you raise the crown of your head up. And then on your exhale, take your left foot back to join your right, moving into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And fully exhale, pushing your sits bones back in space. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. You could choose that high lunge or you can drop down. Hands on the chair, draw your shoulders down. Draw the crown of your head up, draw your heart center up. And then on your exhale, bring your left foot forward to join your right. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale your forehead down. Inhale, rising all the way up. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on the chair. Drop your forehead. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back into that lunge. In that modified lunge, draw your shoulders down as you raise up your heart center, raise up the crown of your head. Take an inhale. And now your exhale, moving back into downward facing dog, pushing your hips back, hollowing out your armpits, drawing your heart center towards the floor. Take an inhale. Take a full exhale. Inhale, take your left foot forward, moving back into that lunge. Draw your heart center up as you bring your shoulders down, drawing the crown of your head up. Take an inhale. Take a full exhale. And then on the inhale, bring your right foot forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take another inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Place your hands on the chair. Drop your forehead. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, take your right foot back. Inhale, rise up your heart center as you drop down your shoulders. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Inhale, take your right foot forward, moving your left foot back. In that lunge, drop your heart center and your crown on the inhale. And on the exhale, bring your left foot forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale your forehead down. Inhale, rising all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands on the chair, forehead to the chair. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take your left foot back. Inhale the crown of your head up as you draw your shoulders down. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Take an exhale, creating length in the spine. Inhale, take your left foot forward. Inhale your crown up as you drop your shoulders. And then exhale, take your right foot forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down, and then inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, bring hands to heart center. So I've been debating, because we're going to do a warrior series that's going to include warrior 3. And I was thinking initially of doing it in the chair, but I decided to go ahead and do it out of the chair, but we're going to use the back of the chair. So go ahead, turn your chair around. Okay. So starting, let's see, make sure you leave plenty of room on your mat to move your legs and to create that kind of space that you need. So we're going to do, let's go ahead and face the chair. We're going to start off with warrior 1, and then we're going to open up into warrior 2. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the right foot in the front first for me, so that I can constantly be facing you in front of the camera. So go ahead and stand as close to your chair as you desire. Inhale your hands up. Exhale your hands down. Place them on the top of the chair. And I'm going to take my left foot back into warrior 1. So when you're in that warrior 1, remember your back leg, your heel is on the ground, your toes are pointed forward. Mine are about a 45-degree angle, maybe even smaller. Okay. And then you're bending your right leg. You make sure that your hip points are facing your chair. Draw your shoulders down. Draw your belly button in as you allow your tailbone to tuck. And then just draw your head up towards the ceiling, moving your head in the same plane as your body. Just feel strong in that pose. Find your drishti gaze in that pose. Look at something with your eyes at half mast. And just focus on the breath with that drishti gaze. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, let's go ahead and open that up into warrior 2. So all you got to do is pivot your left foot. You can bend your right leg a little bit more deeply. Take your left arm out in the same direction as your left foot. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift up your heart center. Lift up the crown of your head. And just allow yourself to use this chair for support as you go into a nice strong warrior 2. And then look in the same direction as the chair. And find that drishti gaze. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, go ahead, face the chair. Turn your left toes forward again. Bring your left foot to join your right foot. And then just kind of stand about arm's distance from the chair. And we're going to go into warrior 3. Standing on our left leg, opening up the right leg. So go ahead, rise your hands all the way up to the ceiling on your inhale. And then on your exhale, bring them to the chair and start to bring your forehead towards the chair. You can rest it on the chair if you want. And then take your right foot up and behind you. So what you're doing is you're creating a letter T with your body. Have your toes pointed towards the floor. Use the inner spiral of your thigh so that you feel like your inner muscles of your thigh are kind of rotating towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulder blades together on your back. And just really focus on a nice, strong, straight leg behind you. This is kind of a fun way to do it. And you can lift that leg as high as you feel you want to. It can be down low if that's what your strength is, or it can be even higher. All of the muscle energy is along your hamstring and along these muscles here behind your hip, these gluteus muscles, and these muscles right above the hip. So this is really A nice back strengthening exercise. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, gently lower that leg down. Inhale, rise up. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to change the direction of my chair so that I can be facing you the whole time. All right? Okay. So standing again, I'm going to turn it this way slightly. Alrighty, so standing this way again. So we are about arm's distance from the chair. Take our hands up on the inhale. Exhale, circle them down, place them on the chair. Place your left foot closer to the chair. Move your right foot back as we set up for that warrior one position. So in warrior one, remember, draw in the belly button, rise up the heart center, rise up the crown of your head. Make sure that your hip bones are both facing your chair. And while you're in this position, find your drishti gaze. Lower your eyes to half mast. Relax the face. Breathe slowly and evenly. And find a fixed point on which to concentrate. Take another inhale. And then exhale, let's open up into that warrior two position. So your right foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. Your left toes are pointing to the other side. And again, lift up the heart center, allowing your tailbone to fall down to the ground. So creating space by lifting out of the hips, drawing up the heart center, drawing up the crown of your head. Now look towards your chair and find that drishti gaze again and really concentrate. Take another inhale. And then exhale, bring your hand towards the chair. Move your feet together so that they are kind of close to the chair, so your body is close enough, or you can even create a little bit more space if you need to. We're going to set up for that warrior three. Inhale our hands up. Exhale them down to the chair. Go ahead and place your forehead on the chair. And we're going to lift up the left leg this time. So move your tailbone or your sits bones back in space, and then go ahead and lift up your left leg. It might feel different on this side, okay? But go ahead and make sure that you're trying to drop your left hip, so don't open it up. Your heels going back and up. Your toes are towards the floor. All of your muscle energy is concentrated on the back of your leg, on your hamstring, on your gluteus muscles, and on these muscles right above your left hip. So it is a back strengthening, but it's also an exercise that helps to, an asana that helps to stretch out your hamstring. Your standing hamstring is getting a nice stretch while you're doing this. Breathe in and out with evenness. Maybe taking that ujjayi breath and breathing with sound. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and with control, return your left foot to the floor. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then I wrote down some other things that we're going to do today. Of course, I want to do half moon, but I want to do balancing half moon today. So if you want to use the chair for support, you can. If you want to use the wall for support like we have in the past, you can, or you can even do both. So maybe what we should do for giggles is go ahead and use the wall fully for support along with the chair. Just make sure that your chair can't move. Okay? So go ahead, stand with your back to the wall. Your arm is about, I don't know, it can be arm distance, it can be closer from the chair. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a nice inhale. And now on the exhale, start to lean your body towards the chair and lift your right leg up at the same time. And keep your hips facing forward. So we want the hips open. And I'm going to move my body back in space to the support of the wall. Draw your shoulders back to the wall. Draw your hips back to the wall. And then go ahead and raise up your right arm. And just enjoy that sensation of stretching out your left hamstring, stretching out your right side body. And because you have the support of the chair, if you want to, you can even bring your right arm overhead. So it's kind of like you're creating a letter T with your body, only it's opened up to the front side. Take one more inhale. Exhale, rise your hand up and return your body to normal. Let's change sides with that chair. Make sure again that your chair cannot move. Okay? You actually don't have to change your chair, just your body. But I want to make sure that you can see me the whole time. So again, standing with our back to the wall, hips to the wall, arm touching the chair, right arm touching the chair. Go ahead and take our left arm out to the side and then tilt towards that chair, lifting up our left leg. Okay, draw your shoulder back in space so that it's against the wall. Draw your left hip against the wall. If you want, you can actually turn your toes towards the chair, which is the normal presentation of it. Drawing your hand up. Mine's against these pictures, but drawing your hand up in space. And if you want to, you can even draw it overhead and create a letter T with your body. Breathe in and out evenly with sound. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lift up the arm, drop the leg with control. I kind of like that. That felt good. That really, these chair yoga classes, I think we have found a lot of ways to be very creative with chair yoga. So now we can take a seat. And we are going to go back to sitting in our chair, but we're going to actually do eagle, which we've done before. But let's start off with a chair pose. A chair pose in chair. We did that last week, and I thought it was really great because it really helps strengthen all of the muscles of the whole back. So go ahead, rise up your hands overhead. And then on your exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Keep your arms up. Draw your belly button in. And use this as an opportunity to bring your shoulders back, allowing your heart center to lead. And strengthen all of those muscles all up and down the spine. And let's hold this for 3 more breaths. 1. 2. 3. And then exhale, go ahead and sit up. So this kind of starts to warm up the shoulders, warm up the back. So, I like the way we're rolling this out today. So go ahead and place your left foot kind of towards the center in front of the chair. Take your right foot over. We're going to do what we did last week where we engaged in eagle pose. But we didn't try to twist our legs. We just pointed our right toes down. So be very purposeful in that, and be very purposeful about sitting up nice and tall, drawing your shoulders down, drawing the crown of your head up. And then let's take our arms, and remember, if you can't wrap your arms, You can always just bring them together in front. That's one option that you have for modification for eagle pose. Or you can take your left arm, wrap it underneath your right, twist your arms like a ribbon, placing your palms together. Draw your back in space, draw your shoulders down, then lift your elbows up. I actually could see that taking place on the camera. And then just go ahead and inhale and exhale evenly with sound. In your eagle pose, find a fixed point in the distance, gazing at it with your drishti gaze. Really concentrate on drawing the shoulders down, drawing the belly button in, and lifting up your elbows for a nice back of the shoulder stretch. In this pose, when we talk about focus, when we talk about concentration, invoke the power of the eagle. Think of the amazing eyesight of the eagle. How the eagle can spot its prey from like a mile away. And how it can swoop in on its prey unannounced, effectively just picking it up. Take one more inhale. Exhale, unravel your arms or separate them. Inhale them up. And then exhale them back down. And we're going to switch sides. Place your right foot on the block, crossing your left foot over, pointing your toes towards the floor. Drawing your shoulders back, engaging your solar plexus muscles to have you sitting nice and tall. Inhale your hands up. Now, if you want to, when you create your robot arms, you can just place your forearms together. That's one option. Or you can join me in wrapping them and creating true eagle arms, creating a ribbon, right arm under the left, bringing your palms of your hands together. Draw your shoulders back, draw them down, then lift up your elbows. Finding your fixed point. Another fact about eagles is that they cannot procreate in captivity. They procreate while soaring in the air. So, where you can have zoos, that have rescued animals and have captive breeding programs, they cannot do that with the eagle. And protecting the eagle is really important because we will lose them if we don't make the environment healthy for them. And so one really good example is Catalina Island, where there was, I saw a little bird out the window. Oh, there it is, mountain chickadee, where there was a high use of DDT to cut down on invasive plant species. Well, they discovered that DDT made the shells of the eagles very, very thin, and they couldn't hatch their eaglets. So their breeding program was really ingenious. They would do a swap out of eggs. So when the eagles were out on their hunt, they would sneak in and swap out and put a decoy egg in there and bring the soft-shelled egg back to the clinic where they would incubate it for the proper amount of time. And then just before the eaglet should be hatched, they would return the eaglet's egg to the nest so that it could be hatched. I want to say they grew the eagle population in California about 10 times by doing that. Take an inhale, and then exhale, drop your hands. Inhale, your hands all the way up. Exhale, bring them down to heart center, uncross your legs. So you can probably find that information anywhere on the internet about the captive or the breeding program, not captive breeding program, captive incubation of the eaglets on Catalina Island. And I believe as a result, they are no longer on the endangered list in California. So these programs work. All righty, so now we're going to move back into a meditation. So sit all the way back in your chair. I wonder if I can pull off some music for you today. So let me do that. Oh, maybe turn my phone in the correct direction. I will. Okay. There we go. Okay. We will see. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put my phone down by the microphone. Ajna, chakra music. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. Take that Hakini Mudra and place it wherever you want to. You can place the Hakini Mudra near your heart center. You can place the Hakini Mudra by your solar plexus. You can place it by the third eye. Whatever you do, I want you to relax your shoulders. Actually, if you choose to place it towards the third eye, you can even place your thumbs right against the Ajna, third eye. So that's an option as well that can really enhance your concentration. But whatever you do, draw your shoulders down, relax your elbows, and focus on turning your energy, your attention inward towards your third eye. And then I want you to imagine the strength of your own mind power, the strength of your own ability to concentrate, your own strength to overcome challenging cognitive or learning tasks. Take a moment to scan your whole body as you inhale and you exhale. Starting with the crown of your head, release any tension that you might be holding from the crown of your head. And then moving downward, scan over your forehead, over your eyes, and release any tension you might be holding in those parts of your face. Take an inhale and exhale and scan down your cheeks, over your ears, and down to your jawline, relaxing the jawline. Take an inhale and an exhale and scan over your neck. Relax the back of your neck and the front. Relax your shoulders down and soften your collarbones. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, go ahead and release all the muscles of your chest. Start to relax your upper back muscles and your ribs. On your inhale and your exhale, start to relax your upper arms, moving down towards your elbows. Relax all your solar plexus muscles. Take an inhale, and then on the exhale, draw your attention to your waist, to your lower belly, to your hips. Allow your chair to fully support your weight. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, draw your attention to your legs, relaxing them fully. Relax your knees. And then finally, take an inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and relax your ankles, the tops of your feet, your arches and the soles of your feet, and ultimately your toes. And just think about what brings us the most ability, the strongest ability to focus and to concentrate. Draw your attention to the front of your head, to your ajna, to your third eye. Imagine that part of your body, of your face, of your brain, glowing in a beautiful indigo blue. Imagine that as you lose your concentration, it kind of flickers and peters out. But that as you strengthen your concentration and your focus, that blue light gets stronger, more vibrant, and starts to grow, expanding, reaching from the front of your head, reaching back, reaching to the sides. This amazing concentration, strength, and focus, filling your entire consciousness, filling your brain. Continue to sit there, focusing on that glowing blue light, like an orb. And maybe when it's at the highest point of concentration, you feel a flickering that is in sync with your heart rate. So as your heart beats, that light pulsates. A reminder that your heart and your mind are deeply connected. It's also a reminder that when we can find joy and passion in our learning, that we are able to concentrate, that we are able to focus in ways unimaginable. So imagine taking on a challenging topic, a difficult math problem, what might seem like some boring history, maybe writer's block as you prepare an essay. And ask yourself, what can I do to make this more interesting so that I become passionate about it, so that I become energized? Maybe it's pairing your learning with music. Maybe it's finding an interesting documentary on it. Maybe it's writing a song or writing a poem. Focus on that indigo blue light at the third eye. With each heartbeat, with each breath, imagine it growing, filling up your consciousness. As you inhale, Placing your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And on your exhale, releasing it. Take a nice inhale. Fully exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release your hands. Gently open up your eyes and find your drishti gaze. And set your intention for your day. Set your intention for your learning. Go ahead and inhale our hands up. Exhaling our hands down. Inhale our hands out and up. Exhale them out and down. One more inhale, out and up. Exhale, hands to the third eye. Exhale, hands to your heart chakra. The light in me joins the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste.